in this nation. It's a spiritual awakening. And the only solution to the darkness is the light. And that light is Jesus Christ. Now I want to give everybody here today and everybody watching at home an opportunity to receive the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior. It's the beginning of every journey. It's a moment for this nation to come back to Jesus Christ. So if you want to receive Jesus right now, I want you to repeat this prayer after me. Father, in the name of Jesus, I believe in my heart, I confess with my mouth that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I believe that Jesus died on the cross and rose again 3 days later, paying the price for my sins, past, present, and future. Holy Spirit, I welcome you into my life to guide me, to lead me in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen! Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. How could you describe this event as a hate-filled event? Do you know how many people right now are watching this in European nations? That we will be inspiring to stand up. The time is now, Europe. The time is now. I watched a French group of ladies who I was inspired by. I invited them last October. I get lost. But I was in prison the day before the event, so I didn't get to meet them. I've since met them. Let me introduce them with a video. She's a good mate.
Right, let's see if my audio's working. Right, okay. So only just come on for a short time just to see what's going on. I know a lot of it's finished now. I thought we could watch as it draws to a close. This is when the police tend to get heavy-handed. So we have a quick nose and see what's going on. There's been quite a lot happening today with this. I've been clipping it. I'm going to be uploading more and more clips. But I'm not well, as you can hear. I'm very, very, very unwell in my wisdom tooth. I'm going in for surgery next week, so I've not been live as much. There'll be a bit of a lull in live streams, but because this is going on, I wanted to just, see what's going on. Yeah, I've only just started it because I've been busy today and I've been clipping as well. I've just uploaded, is it Ryan from Raise the Colours being arrested? I'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, so sorry I've not been around much. I'm really, really unwell with this. I've got an impacted wisdom tooth. So it's like, it's not erupted properly. It's not come out and it's just causing me nothing but problem. As soon as I've gone live, Georgia started playing up. This is why I don't go live in the day usually. The moment I pressed the live button, he started howling, barking, and now he's at the door. So I might have to just leave this running for a bit and I might have to pop out. So if I do leave it running, if we have any moderators in who could look after the chat, let me just hold on a sec.
And Islam in France and Europe. We have come to support our cause because in France too we have our own care centers. We simply ask not to be assaulted in the street anymore, and we carry out action with science. For this, we support persecution worthy of the greatest terrorists. Bank accounts closed, social media censorship, impossibility of exercise certain professions, violence from anti-fascists, mass harassment, physical violence, and even prison. This young woman, Yona, was put in prison for 1 day for holding a sign that said, "Foreign rapists out." What a great danger! I was in prison for 2 days for denouncing a Salafist high school in France. Yes, we are a great danger. We are 20-year-old women who simply demand not to live under Sharia law, and that is considered a danger.
Right, so I've turned it down because what I'm going to do, we're waiting for them to disperse. They haven't dispersed yet. I've texted my friend actually, asked if she's gone. Right. Honestly, this dog is like a toddler. It's actually worse than a toddler for attention. Right, so what I've done, I've turned it down just while I'm talking. Yeah, impacted wisdom tooth. Oh my God, like I'm not one to moan, right? But it's been like it for years. Obviously, it's always been like it, but it looks okay on the outside. It doesn't look infected because I've never had a cavity in my life. So when you look at it, it just looks like half a tooth, but it's inside. It's underneath the jaw. It's inside the bone. It's really bad. So they've got 18-month wait lists, I've been told, on the NHS, but they've got me in as an urgent next week. So, which is good. Anyway, so there's been a few highlights of this. I've turned it down because there's not that much happening at the moment. There is a speaker, but I don't quite hear what she's saying. We're gonna watch as they disperse. So I want to see. This is when they get the quite aggressive, many say coked up police turn up and get really heavy-handed, which can be quite nasty. But while we're just waiting for that, I'm just going to get my video up that I've just put up. There is swearing, which I tried. Do you know what? I tried to bleep it out and I couldn't do it. It wouldn't work. I asked Gemini to do it and I've got Pro and I says, can you just beep this out? I could have done it manually, but I would have been there forever. So I just put it up as it is. YouTube have, as suspected, censored my video. So just bear with me. We'll get it up. I can't believe they've arrested him. He didn't do anything. Literally, as far as I'm aware, anyway, he didn't do anything. Obviously, if he did do something, then I'll call it out. So you were all welcome in. I'm going to be dipping in and out, okay? I am going to be dipping in and out, but I'm just going to leave this running so you can just do what you've got to do. You can chat. All right, George. You're okay. Such a stress head, honestly. Right, okay. So I'm just going to stop this for a moment and I'm going to show you the moment that he gets arrested. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I've turned the volume down so you can hear me talking. I don't want to be talking much, to be honest. I did plan on putting this on earlier and just leaving it running, but there's one thing after another. Shit happens, I'm afraid. But I thought we could watch to the end of it because that's when they tend to get a lot of trouble. But I'm going to show you this arrest now. You should be able to see that, yeah. Okay, so this is him, the leader of Raise the Colours, getting arrested.
Why are you fucking nicking him? Why are you nicking him? Why are you nicking him? Hey, why the fuck are you nicking him? What has he done? What has he fucking done?
Here's the link to that. Do you want to go and see it? It's on my channel.
Why are you nicking him? Why are you nicking him?
Look how rough they've been with him.
Fucking pig cunt! Fucking traitors! You fucking traitors!
You watch this one more time.
You traitor cunt! You fucking traitor cunt! You cunt! Fucking cunt! Get nicked! Get him! Fuck him! Well, raise the colours, get him! Here we go. What are you doing? Ryan! Ryan! Why are you fucking nicking him? Why are you nicking him? Why are you nicking him? Hey! Why the fuck are you nicking him? What has he done? What has he fucking done? What has he fucking done? Why are you nicking him? Why are you nicking him? Why? Why are you nicking him? Why are you nicking him? Hey! Fucking pig cunt! Fucking traitor! You fucking...
It's disgusting, isn't it? Absolutely disgusting. Like, fair enough if he's done something first, but from all the talk on Twitter, or X as you call it now, I can't see anything going on. So let's have a quick listen now to some live shots. They're still all there. I'm expecting it to all end soon.
How are we supposed to change anything? Without transparency, there can be no accountability.
I don't know
And
who
while
this
all
is
of this is
speaking.
happening, our men and boys, they're facing another danger. Over 50,000 knife crimes last year. These are not just numbers, these are people. Someone's son, father, brother. We know violence exists across all races, all backgrounds, and all religions, but that reality should never be used as a reason to ignore growing risks. It would be ignorant not to acknowledge that these rising statistics have occurred alongside staggering increases of migration. Over 70,000 illegal crossings have taken place through 10 ports alone since Labour come into
What's the
power.
matter, baby?
Let me put that
You need
into
to go
context
spinning.
for you.
Because
That is
Mummy's
nearly
gone
4
live, you want to go
times
spinning.
the capacity
You
of
just
the
want my
O2
attention.
Arena,
Come here, Daddy.
or the equivalent of 140 Cobra camps.
I'm going to mute, guys, because George is going
Ordinary
mad because
people
I'm not
live with
giving
the
him any attention. So I'm
consequences,
just going to leave this
while those
running. You
in
guys
power,
talk amongst
over
yourselves.
there, responsible, hide behind security, privilege, and press statements. They take our taxes, they dismiss our concerns, and they expect silence in return from us. It is not racist to speak honestly. The fact is, many of these men arriving come from cultures where values towards women and children are not just different, they are completely incompatible with those of our own. That's just the reality. Pretending otherwise puts our children and women at risk. Now, women and children, they are the beating heart of any nation. Okay? They should be protected at all costs and put first. Not our government, though. And that is exactly why groups like the day, this is very simple for us. If we see danger and we stay silent, what does that make us? If we know something is wrong and say nothing, then we are failing at the most important thing that we will ever be in this life, mothers. The traditions we are trying to hold on to mould the foundations this country was built on. Christian values run deep in our laws and our way of life. We believe it is important to protect that heritage and pass
Right,
it on.
can you guys hear her? Because I've just turned it down again. I can barely hear her. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the pictures on. Can you guys hear me okay? Welcome in, everybody. I'm doing too much talking, say, because I'm in a lot of pain. My face is all swollen. Oh, gosh, it's awful. So welcoming everybody who's coming. We're having a quick look. No, you can't really understand her anyway, so I'm just going to turn it down. We're going to go back and have a look through some highlights in a moment. Now, apparently there was hi Maiden, how you doing? Steve, Claire Bear, Lee was here. Anyone that's coming, hi spirits, welcome. Can you guys hear me okay? I know you couldn't hear her. I've turned her down now, but I did turn her up full. I don't think the cameras are that close, but I want to go back in a minute and have a look and see what's been going on. Now, as far as I'm aware, it's been peaceful apart from that arrest. Hi Sky, with the Raise the Colours leader, who I have just shown him being arrested. There was a lot of police on him. All the talk on X is that he didn't do anything wrong. Can you guys hear me okay, though? You can hear me okay. As far as I'm aware, he didn't do anything wrong. The police just want to go for any patriots. They can get the arrest numbers up so they can call it far right. What makes me utterly sick is that last year there was 25 arrests at the previous Unite the Kingdom march, and majority of those were actually far left agitators. I think there was like 9 arrests in total of Brits, of patriots, out of, people say 500,000, some people say 250,000, some people even said there was 1 million people there last year, but 9 people. Now compare that to the yearly Notting Hill Carnival, which had 400 arrests. 400 arrests, but no one talks about that. The most vile things happen there. You've got scantily clad women, barely dressed, grinding on men in front of young children. The Notting Hill Carnival, it may have been great once in the 90s, where, you know, people could come together from the Caribbean community, the Windrush generation, their children, they come together. Everybody was welcome. It's not like now. Now it's just become drugs. It's become about gangsters, and it's just become. It should be banned. Basically, it's not fit for purpose. What it was, it's not what it was to what it is now. It's just an excuse to go around being vile and just taking over London, basically. So you compare that to this. There's no comparison, and yet there's 400 arrests and no one's talking about it. I've been listening to that Wes Streeton today doing his speech. It's just back to more racism, more progressiveness, more utter nonsense. This Labour government have to go. I know it's frustrating watching them right now, but like I said to my hubby the other day, grab the popcorn, folks, because the left and the Labour Party in particular are eating themselves alive. Grab the popcorn and sit back, because we are watching the self-imploding of this vile Fabian socialist government in front of our very eyes, and it is fucking beautiful. Hello, Amethyst, my love. Right. Well, I put it on because I was going to watch the dispersal, because the TSG usually come in, the heavy-handed psychopathic police that are actually trained by Mossad, don't you know? And that's true. They're usually coped up, they're usually off the face, and they usually want to go around arresting people for being patriotic. So this is, I know everyone's going to be covering the main thing, but I think most people have stopped their coverage now, and I wanted to show what happens after. God, this tooth. Amethyst, I'm sorry I've not been around, my love. I've got a really, really, really bad wisdom tooth that's not playing ball, so... Right, okay. So we've got maidens here as well. So let me know how you feel about this, what's going on. Wes Streeting, just while we're here, I'm going to give all my thoughts. Wes Streeting was Peter Mandelson's bum boy, and he still is. He pretended he hardly knew him. He's been photographed with him. Hello, USN Blue. How are you doing? Please remove corrupt political parties. They are destroying your country. It's shocking, isn't it? It really is shocking what's going on in this country. So, as many of you are aware, and I've covered it before, but for those of you that are new, the Labour Party were founded by the Fabian Society. They were, people say, oh, that person and that person are a Fabian. The entire Labour Party are Fabians, all of them, because the Fabians created the Labour Party. They are more dangerous than the Freemasons, and yet nobody really talks about them. Why doesn't David Icke talk about the Fabians? It makes me very suspicious. He only ever talks about the global elite, the Freemason cult. The Fabians are far more dangerous because they do it in a way that is a wolf in sheep's clothing. So keep an eye on the Fabians. Now, Wes Streeting is just going to be another Peter Mandelson. These, all of them. Andy Burnham is no king of the north. Andy Burnham has got a horrendous record in Manchester, and he also dismissed the grooming gangs. He's a scumbag. Andy Burnham will put any face on that he wants. He was involved in the Blair government. I remember in the Blair government. Then he was involved with the Corbyn leadership. He will literally become anything. He's an egomaniac. And the way that he's treating the people in Wigan, that he can just waltz in and take the seat, to using them as political pawns, is disgusting. So I just wanted to get, because I've not been live, I want to just get all my rant out now. I hope you're all okay with this, but I just want to get all my thoughts out on this. They are what the Labour Party are doing now is literally imploding, and we've got to just sit back. I hope not Tamsin. Hello, by the way. Sit back, grab the popcorn and watch, because no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, there will have to be, sooner rather than later, a general election. Constitutionally, they don't have to, because we elect the party, not the person, like they do in the USA. But in today's day and age, every time anyone takes over from another one who was elected, there ends up being, sooner or later, a general election. Look at when Theresa May took over from Cameron. We ended up with a general election. When Brown took over from Blair, he was in for a bit, but in the end, he had to have it. They have to do it, because all we're going to say is you weren't elected. And also, if they deviate from the manifesto, then we can really push for a general election. The Labour Party are imploding in front of our very eyes. The thing is, though, with the Conservative Party, I actually think Kemi is saying the right things, and I don't trust the Conservative Party, and I won't be voting for them again anytime soon. But I will say that I am enjoying watching her. She's not a natural politician. She's an engineer. She's only been in politics since 2019. So, you know, if she could lose her ego and join Reform, but she won't. So watch this space. It's going to cause problems with fracturing the vote on the right. Right, let's see what people are saying in the live chat. Medusa says, I've never seen a government party, nor me, this bad and create this much chaos than the current. I agree. I agree. It's frustrating, but her ego and Nigel Farage's ego together, they will never work together. I'll tell you that now. But what I like about Kemi, and people slag her off and say, oh, she's a toy, they're all the same, and dismiss her. I understand that completely, because I wouldn't vote Conservative again, not anytime soon. I've always voted Conservative, apart from when I voted Reform in 2024. That she's not your normal political leader. So she doesn't really do politics. If you watched her when she first went for the leadership challenge, she was actually like not polished. She was saying things wrong, and Farage was just eating her alive. That's because she's not a natural politician. She's just a normal person. She's an engineer. She's very methodical. So when she came in, when she came in, I was like, just give the girl a chance. I don't agree with everything she says. I don't agree with everything that anyone says, and I don't believe that anyone should be following anyone blindly. Maiden says Kemi is amazing, though. Claire Bear, I saw a clip of her on GB News saying she wants to ban these marches. Really? I'll have to see that, darling. I've not seen it. Problem, reaction, solution. Yeah, of course, which is what David Icke's been talking about, and yet he still gets called a loon. Carlos was here as well. Don't know if he still is. Lee, I'm just going back through the comments here. He's saying, yeah, I'm really not great. I'm going to turn the audio up a little bit now and see if we can hear anything. There seems to be a few gaps appearing now. I can't hear what they're saying, to be honest. So I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, I'm going to rewind a little bit, and we're going to have a quick gander through what's been happening today, because I think this has been running live all day. And then have they only been at that one? Right. Right, okay. So let's turn this up. King Charles voice in their country. No audio, is there? No, there is no. Right, let's turn that down a bit so you can hear me. So we're just going back. We've gone back 4 hours. We've gone back. So we've got Israel, lots and lots of Persian flags there. The Iran that was once free. We've got England, St. George, lots and lots of Union flags. We've got a couple of Israel flags there as well. We will go to other streams. I just wanted to check this one. We've got a Scotland flag there as well, which is interesting. It's good to see the Scots. No Welsh flags that I can see. The Welsh hate us anyway, but not all Welsh. There is some good Welsh people. Look at Paz, he's Welsh. All right. So I'm just going back through what's been going on today. We've got the Yorkshire Rose there, I think. Is it? There's loads of them up here. I think that's our dragon flag. I think that's like a St. George and the Dragon. There's a Reform flag. Just having a quick flick through. I'm not looking at the chat, so there's a hell of a lot of Persian flags there. There's no audio, look. Well, I can't hear anything. Then it ended for a little bit, the coverage stopped, and then they obviously moved camera teams. So I will be looking at... Right. Oh, this is when Tommy Robinson spoke, so let's listen to this.
It is such an honor to be with you.
Oh, that was an American.
In England, the Meadows of Runnymede with a every person can come here and walk these streets in safety.
I don't know who that is. Let's listen to
Right, good afternoon, London. Good afternoon. Right, the King's speech for him. And I watch and the people is so empowering. When you look at the Brexit vote, I personally
I thought he did a little speech. I'm no fan of Tommy Robinson, as you know. I think he's a little grifter. I know people don't agree with that.
Not too late.
But do you know what, at the end of the day, this channel, we can agree to... I like her. We can agree to disagree, and we don't have to like everybody. And there's a reason why I don't like Tommy Robinson. And I don't think he's far right or anything like that. He's just right wing. He's not far right at all. How can you be far right and support Israel? Explain that. It makes no sense.
I was in a very dark place.
He did do a little speech. Here we go. A little one.
Please,
Let's have a listen to him.
to each individual you're about to see. Let's go. All the
Going
way
back,
to
okay.
Trafalgar Square, let's go.
I'm going to mute a minute and have a listen, all right?
Let me hear it. USA! 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 Let me tell you why. I've just got back from America. Okay? I was shown so much love there. Let me tell you why it's important. Why that man is important as well. Every single time, there is a higher power that is working right now in this movement, in everything that's happening. Every single time I'm in a corner or I've been knocked down, something picks me up every single time. In 2024, I think, I was in Spain. I was in a very dark place. Liam Tufts was out babysitting me pretty much. Liam travelled out there, spent months with me, trying to pick me up because I was lost. At that time that I was lost, Elon Musk bought X. He turned my account back on. That was a moment when I was down. He picked us up as a nation and said, go get them. Wake up your country. Unite your people. Let me tell you a story when we went to the United States recently, okay? I went there 6 weeks before the event. We thought we had secured funding for this event, yeah? We've had to beg, okay? We thought we'd received funding for this event. Then we got the knockback that money wasn't coming. We had 6 weeks to go. Richard Inman, if you're here, I'm sorry. To my team, I'm sorry. I ranted and I raved. I just want...
Can you guys hear him? Because I can barely hear what he's saying anyway, so it's pointless. If you can hear him, I'll carry on. I can't hear him. Yeah, it's... You know, I can sit here and go on and on about Tommy Robinson all day long, but I used to support him many, many years ago. People think the marches don't do anything. Hi, Sparks. Where exactly? Oh, they do. You can't hear him. Okay, the cameras are too far away. Right. Okay, I'll put this up to now then, and we'll see if people are dispersing yet. There'll be other camera angles that have got his. Let me go and have a quick look and see what else is going on, and then I will find some other streams for you. Right, I just need to give George some love because he's getting all tetchy. I'm coming back now. Coming back, dude. All right. He just wants mommy's attention, like constantly. Mommy, 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 mom. Right. Okay, we've got some live streams here. Let's go to this one. I think that they... Oh, Gold Dripper could hear him. Oh, gosh. Right, look at this. This is the aerial view I will try and find his speech after. Let me just get rid of the chat. How do I want to try and make this bigger. There we go. Look at that, folks. So this is live pictures now. Look how many people are there. The only chip people have are the chips on their shoulders. Oh, you could hear him. Yeah, he's because he's coped up off his face. And I know people get really upset, but the thing is, I used to support Tommy years ago, and then I started to see what he was up to. Spoke to Lucy Brown, who was one of his closest allies. She told me quite a bit about what he was doing. He's just constantly putting it's just a big grift to him. He's sticking it up his nose, basically. He wasn't the first person to speak about the grooming gangs. That was Nick Griffin. I myself was a victim, almost, of them in the early 90s back in Birmingham. I'm very lucky that I never ended up being a victim, but I got away. But my friend with me didn't get away, and she ended up pregnant at 15. But that's not my story to tell. That's hers. But yeah, they've been this isn't a new thing. When Tommy Robinson came on the scene and started talking about it, I also know some of the founding members of the EDL who have told me quite a few stories about him. And let's not forget the battle bus, where he wanted the money to buy a bus, and then we found out he got given it for free, and he rinsed a load of patriots. This was back in 2019, 2020. He rinsed us, and I'm sorry, but you don't rinse people that are your supporters. So that's why I don't like Tommy Robinson. I also think that he is most likely deep state plan. Most likely, I think that he is the boogeyman of the right. So anyone that supports him will automatically be called far right. Hence this rally. Now you imagine if this rally. Oh, thank you, Anne. That's so kind. I was thinking about you the other day. Actually, I was going to message you to see how Sophie's doing. So I'll drop you a message after. Oh, thank you, darling. That's really kind. Thank you. So yeah, so the thing is, if let's just say all of these people were here, right, without Tommy here. Now, how would the MSN then talk about this? So right now, we've got all of these people, okay, and we've got the MSN saying it's a Tommy Robinson, far right, blah, blah, blah. Imagine if Tommy Robinson wasn't there. Then they wouldn't be able to say that. But people can't see through it. They can't see what is happening. I don't know why. It's like a blinkers thing. And I'm not being patronising, because I was like that. I used to believe in him as well. Now, look what happened outside the hotel down in, what's it called? Not Epsom. I got a brain fog moment. They would still twist it, Maiden, but they'd have more of a job doing it, wouldn't they? If it was just like, we know that 99.9% of people there today are just regular people who are fed up with their country. But no one's going to talk about that. The MSN are going to frame it. It's Tommy Robinson's march. Epping, thank you. Don't know why that went out of my head. Now look at Epping. Now, they didn't want Tommy Robinson involved, and he wasn't involved. He was off on one of his holidays anyway at the time when it first happened. Look how much look at all the news coverage that they got. Look at all the news coverage. And there was mothers and grandmas, and there was dads there as well. But there was no Tommy Robinson. And they got much more positive news coverage because it was just normal people. I know what you're saying, right? But they need a boogeyman, and they've got him in him, just like Bin Laden was him in America. They need that there, someone to focus on, and it's him. And this is why Farage has stayed clear. And I know Farage gets a lot of flack for that. But I think he's done right because he can't win either way. But if he supports Tommy Robinson and brings him in, he's going to get attacked more than if he doesn't. That's just my view, and I'm entitled to my view. And a lot of people don't like it, but I respect other people's views. So we should all be able to have an opinion without getting upset at the end of the day. So that's my thoughts on it. He's making so much money from this. It's unreal, right? He's just making an absolute killing. And he has, look, when he got stopped, for example, was it at the airport? He had like, was it a Mercedes? What was it now? He had like a 70 grand car. Now, who here has donated to Tommy Robinson, but they're pretty poor at some point? Because I have. But who here can afford a 70, 80 grand car? Who can afford to travel to America for these little jollies? Who can afford to go to Spain to live for a while? Think about it. It's a huge grift, thank you. And if you really give a shit about this country, then why would you be involved in something that he knows his name is toxic? I'm not defending the lefties. The lefties are all funded by George Soros and all of these big society think tanks, the Fabians. They're dodgy as anything. But the difference is that these people that donate to them know where it's going. Don't lie and say you're going to buy something. He said he needed the money by tomorrow, otherwise he was going to lose this bus. And this bus was going to be going around the country with some TV. He was actually on the bus and he was live streaming it on YouTube. This was before he got taken off YouTube. And he was going, the tellies are going to go there. I'm sure someone's clipped it. I'm sure I can find it. The tellies are going to go there. We're going to go around the country and we're going to tell everybody about grooming gangs in parts of the country that don't know about it. And I need to get this bus. We need 30 grand overnight. So loads of us put together. And we supported him. But then we heard nothing. We heard nothing. And then a few months later, he went off and he asked for some more money. I didn't give him any money for that. He went off to Israel, made a documentary about a Jewish person. He said he was going to make the rape gang documentary, which he eventually made, but years later. And it's like, hold on a minute, you're just on a massive grift. So that's why a lot of people turned away from him back then. And he went away for a little bit and now he's back again. And it's like, no thanks. But, everyone's got their own opinion on him. But as for this far-right nonsense, Tommy Robinson or Stephen Yaxley Lennon is not far-right whatsoever. He's just right-wing. He's not far-right. But then everybody's far-right. We're far-right, apparently. It's just totally and utterly insane. But I will give credit where it's due, and he has got all these people to London. I just wish that it wasn't under his name, because it's Tommy Robinson's Unite the Kingdom. Take away his name and the MSN have not got that bogeyman. The far left are far more dangerous than the far right. Do you know what? I don't think we do even have a far right in this country anymore. I don't. Who's far right? I don't know anyone. Maybe there's a few murmurings on Twitter and on the internet, on Telegram. There might be a few murmurings, but I don't know any. The far left are far more dangerous. And the problem with the far left is they infiltrate every corner. And we've got that right now. No, he didn't. Hi, Ian. How you doing? Good to see you, my friend. He didn't support the yellow. I remember all of that because that was when Tracy? What was her last name now? And James Goddard and all that, they were supporting that. No, he didn't support that at all. No, he didn't. This is the thing, you see, a lot of people are quite new to him. And they don't understand where he's come from. Really poorly tooth, impaction, wisdom tooth. Look at these guys. This is live footage now from this Unite the Kingdom. I did ask my friend if she's gone. She probably has. What's this? Someone's saying AI. Someone is saying in one of my comments that this here, because I've Tracy Blackwell, thank you, that this footage on one of my shorts is AI. No, it isn't AI. It's live footage. These people are insane. So we've got this rally today, which I think is brilliant. I think people go in. I personally wouldn't go, because if you go and you're supporting Tommy Robinson, you are immediately called. You're okay, Ian, honestly. I've not long been on. Well, I've been on just under an hour. I'm not well. I haven't been able to do the whole thing today. I've mostly been focusing on these missing or dead scientists on my Curious Bunny channel, as you're probably aware. And it's really, really concerning what's going on over there, but I'll keep that for over there. Someone said, what did he do? I think it was you, wasn't it, Maiden? What did Ryan do? And someone's put a flag up on a lamppost. It's totally and utterly insane. We're living in some weird Black Mirror episode. Thank you, Ian. I've got a surgery next week, so you're probably gonna go quiet next week, guys. It's not just a tooth. You don't go to the dentist. You have to go to hospital for this. But I'm being shipped off to a private clinic for it. So there you go, at the NHS. Some of the crowd footage has been on loop for some of the channels. It probably has. I think this is CNN. It's CNN. I think look, see, Tommy Robinson rally live. I think this is live now, because you can see they're all going. When they were coming, there was no gaps. There was no gaps whatsoever. What's this? Is this HD? God, that's awful picture. 1080 apparently. Thank you very much, Ian. I'll be posting a little bit more for the members on across all the channels of what's going on. Yeah, the thing is, hi, Mr. Steve, there's a lot of talk about him as well. Now, again, I'm not one to judge, but apparently he's been arrested for fraud before. He's a grifter, I'm told. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what other people have said. George wants to go out now. I think George wants to go for a walk. Want to go for a spinning. Want to go spinning? He wants to go spinning. This is his word for poop. Apparently, again, he's got a criminal record. He sold some stuff in Spain or something. Again, I don't know. I've not got any evidence of this, so I'm not going to accuse him. I'm just telling you what others have said about him. But at the end of the day, they will dig up anything on anybody who is trying to do good. And at the end of the day, what he's doing right now is just doing what he wants to do for his country. So if he's got a dodgy past, and as long as he is honest now, and he's not doing it for any gain, then I don't see a problem with him. He's not bothering me. So it's like Tommy Robinson or Stephen Yaxley Lennon, because I don't like calling him Tommy Robinson because it's not his name. If he is funny, he's a brummie as well, which makes it better. He does want his mummy, but I do think he might want to go for spinning. When he has a poop, he spins. So cute. I need to film it, but it's difficult because I've got a crutch in one hand and I've got my lead in the other hand. But every time he goes to have a poop, I know it's gross, but he spins around in a circle, does a chin spin, his Japanese chin, and he spins around. So as he poops, he spins. It is so crazy to watch. So that's why I always say, do you want to go spinning? But anyway, thank you, Ian. I appreciate that. So we're just watching these pictures now. These are live pictures. I think people are heading out. I'm waiting for the TSG to come in and start causing a lot of trouble, kicking off with the patriots there. I'm pretty sure this is live. It says it's live, and as you can see, they're all heading out now by the looks of it because there's gaps. I will try and get Tommy Robinson's speech up soon, or we're just going to call him Tommy Robinson because that's what everyone calls him. But yeah, I'm just giving my honest thoughts on it, and I want you guys to give your honest thoughts on this. I'm still trying to find out if my friend went, because she usually goes. She went last year. She went in the September one, and she said it was so peaceful, and she was left by, I think she left about 1. She didn't stay on for long. So she might have taken some video. So we'll have to wait and see if she's gone, that is. Right, live for a few hours. Yeah, do you know what? I would have usually have come on earlier, but I had a bit to do, and I've just been feeling so poorly. If you fall over on your driveway, it's your own fault. That's funny. Okay, my lovely, you take care. Lots of love. Talking about strays, I've been feeding a stray cat. Now, I don't like cats, as you know. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person, and I'm a bunny person. But I'll do a little bit more over the other side. I'll put a video up. But yeah, look at these pictures, guys. I don't know how many. Let me just see if we've got any information on initial figures of how many people are there. Let's have a look. Sorry about my voice, guys. I'm just really fed up at the moment. I'm in pain. I feel like I want to just cut my gum open. And oh, there's so much birds. I've got little blue tits coming. I've got a little blue tit pudding, a little baby. Got a robin. Got starlings. Got all sorts going on right now. I'm looking out the window. Right, okay. Let me get the latest up for you whilst we look at those figures there. Pro-Palestinian activists are cycling through the Unite the Kingdom march with Palestine flags and photographers. They are deliberately trying to antagonise. Right, let me get X up and we can show some of this. I can't call right, I'll type it in as Twitter because I can't be doing this X. What a stupid name anyway. Right. Just what a stupid name for a bloody platform. Right, Georgie, I know you want to go out. I might have to go and ask Al to take him. Right, okay. So let's just come off this for a moment and go on to Twitter. All right, Georgie, I know. Apparently she's live. Is she at the rally? Is she live, Michelle Dewberry? What's going on? Oh, she's buffering. So anyway, apparently she's saying, all right, Georgie, I know. Look at this, folks. This was 8 minutes ago she's posted this. And I will be sticking this on my channel as well. Let's make that big. So she's saying here that pro-Palestinians are cycling through to try and wind them up. Let's watch. Absolutely. Just put a 3-second delay on it. They're just on the constant wind up, aren't they? Trying to cause trouble. Let's just see. Right, so I'll be clipping a lot of George is attacking my laptop. Okay, George. I'll be uploading a load of Yorkshire Rose. He really is the most despised Prime Minister. And what that video yesterday, I want to do a breakdown of that actually later. Oh, the police shut it down. What's this? Let's have a look.
Okay.
All right, George, hold on.
Sergeant, what? Okay. Remember, police officers, traitors.
Oh, look at these far right guys. Look, the irony here is the coppers are white and they're calling these black patriots far right. You could not make this shit up. You really couldn't.
Sergeant, what? Okay. Remember, police officers, traitors. Make your way down to Trafalgar Square.
Could not make this shit up, folks. Honestly, there's many black people are much more patriotic than the whites. This is the madness of it. Whether you like it or not, guys, and I know people might disagree, we're never going to get. Would you take him just for a quick poop, please? Sorry. At the end of the day, we're never going to get back the 99%. Oh, could not be played. Oh, it's because she's live. It's broken. We're never going to get the country back to being 99% white. It's not going to happen, right? It isn't going to happen. Even if you do, what I want to do, if I was Prime Minister tomorrow, I would deport every single person that came here in the last 10 years, whether legally or illegally, unless they were a genuine net contributor and they had a really high skill. So if we had a surgeon that came 8 years ago that, has worked really hard, adopted all of our customs, and we need him to do surgery, and he came like 8 years ago, then I would possibly let him stay. But if you came over as a builder or anything in the last 10 years, you're gone, end of, whether you came here legally or illegally. That is what I would do. She was not there. Okay. But the thing is, when you talk about deporting people, what my niece, right, my sister was with a black guy for years. My niece, she's 30 now, is mixed race, half black, half white. People say she needs to be deported. Where are you going to deport her to? She was born in England. Her mother, my sister, are Anglo-Saxon. We've gone back till records begin and we're still English. So she's half English. Her dad was a second generation Windrush, worked hard his whole life. His dad worked hard his whole life. Really lovely people. Really, really nice people from Jamaica. What they're going to do with her? She's never been to Jamaica before. This is what pisses me off. We need to accept it. I know people will disagree, but there are people here now that were born here that are not white. Hi, Larry of Arc. Yeah, she said she was going, didn't she? 31 people out of 1 million. It's nothing, is it? And how many people should have really been nicked? Or who were just nicked to make some numbers up, for example, like the Raise the Colours guy. But let me know, do you agree, do you disagree? I don't get upset if people disagree with me. I'm not that sort of person that only wants to hear my opinion. Hang on, why is George outside? Why is George outside? Hang on a sec, guys. Why is George outside on his own? Right, I'm just going to take this off. But you don't have to agree. That's the thing, you see. You genuinely, nobody has to agree with anything I say. You can all have your own opinion. I know there's a lot of people that really want we should be a predominantly white country. We should be a Christian country. No mosque should be built in this country. No other places of worship should be built in this country other than churches. We're a Christian country. You go to Japan, you don't see a mosque. You go to China, you don't see a mosque. They actually, China, I don't think they have any religion now, but because they went full communist. But the point is this country have been way too lenient for way too long. But that's Christianity for you. That's what Christians do. Right, let's see if anything else is going on. I just need to sort out what George is doing. Just bear with me for one moment, please, guys. Sorry, I was out with him. Right, if Ryan was one to outstanding warrants, they could arrest him any time. Yeah, exactly. Is that what they said then? Hi, Andy. The arrests from last year's rally represented incorrectly both of them. Yeah, they were. I think there was like 40, and the majority of them. Exactly. And at the end of the day, the uncomfortable truth is, all right, and again, I'm probably going to get stick for this. It's an uncomfortable truth, but it is a truth. In high migration areas, there is more crime. That's not racist. Facts are no longer racist, guys. They want to call them racist, but they're not. So that's just a fact. If you live in a very white area, low immigration, the crime is lower than if you live in a high immigration area. And that's just a fact. I'm not saying why. Don't know why that is, but it just is. So we're going to get live pictures from what's happening now. There's still a lot of people there. The facts are simple. It doesn't mean it's racist. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm not a member of any political party anymore. I have been a member of Reform for many years. Will you wait for me, do you think? I'll probably be on for another half hour. I think he wants you to put it on him. Is it raining?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just talking to George.
Yeah, it's raining, yeah.
Will you wait for Mummy or do you need to go? Is the back open? It is. Stay in the lounge though, yeah? Please. Sorry guys, I'm back now. So let's just get some current pictures. Welsh flags. I love to see the Welsh flags. I spent a lot of my childhood on holiday in Wales. Love Wales, North Wales. Right. Hopefully you can. Why can't I get rid of the? That's it. There we go. Still a lot of people there. Is he? Let me see if we can get the audio up. Hold on.
It's not even about the UK. It is about uniting the kingdom. It's also about uniting the West. This is why we're here. Support
You hear
the
that?
Kurds. We live in a globalized world. Fight them where they are. Right, lads and lasses, ladies and gentlemen, we're tight on time. I want to get a couple of things in, a couple of points in.
Gee.
Come on. I want to thank one of our sponsors, StopSecrecy.org. It was an American in Paris who wrote a letter to a Welshman. Yeah, one of ours, Richard Price, in 1789, about the founding of the United States of America. Thomas Jefferson wrote, wherever the people are well informed, they can be trusted with their own government. Deep state is only as deep as their secrets they keep. Join StopSecrecy.org to uncover your government secrets. That's their litigator-in-chief over there, Coach for the United States of America. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Right. I want to play one tribute song now and then get Jamil. Now let's get Jamil first and then get on. Right, I want to speak. We get lots of criticism, yeah? The borders are open. Everyone's had enough. But there are many hard-working migrants who come to this country. who are in this crowd now, who are here to be part of Britain, to integrate and assimilate and love this nation. Jamil, come on, get up, darling.
Come on! Let's make this fair. Well, over 2 decades ago, I arrived in the country as a student. After university, I was hired by the university itself. Came here legally. Studied hard.
Guys, do you want me to leave this talking? Let me know if you can hear him okay. Yeah? Do you want me to leave it running? Or do you... Yeah? Okay, I'll put it back on then. I'm going to mute myself for a minute, okay?
And today,
Just leave
I
the
stand
live chat
here
open.
before you, not only as someone who lives in Britain, but as someone who's genuinely grateful to call Britain home. Because this country has given me opportunities, has given me safety, dignity, and perhaps most importantly, it treats me very fairly. Despite everything, and we are constantly told every day, I can say honestly that in over 20 years living in this country, I have never suffered discrimination. I have never been put aside, and as a foreigner, you even allow me to speak with my Brazilian accent. So Great Britain, please don't ever let anyone tell you that you are not great. You're much greater than you ever dreamed of. Thank you very much. I've got Bell.
Hello, London! How are we doing today? We all look beautiful in our United flags. Oh, I bet Keir Starmer's excited to see that, isn't he? Right, listen up, Keir. You're making an embarrassment of yourself, mate. Might as well resign now. But in all true honesty, thank you all so much for coming. It makes the biggest impact on the world than I could imagine. And being here, thank you, Tommy. It's all because of Tommy Robinson. And seeing us all in these colours gives me hope and pride in our nation that we can do this. We are all patriots and we stand together. Remember, we are 4 nations, 1 kingdom, and we will not be silent. And we'll show this mate. We will show Keir Starmer what we are made of. Thank you all.
All right, everyone, we're running out of time. We're going to have one more song, and then the lads and lasses from Ricky's band are going to finish on 2 songs. They're cutting us off. But I want to say a massive thank you to everyone. The next tribute I want to do is the important one for me. I wasn't able to talk about it 2 years ago. So this is the bomber.
How could you leave so much to say, but somehow I say goodbye. Someone who's been with me for he gave me courage and strength to stand back for all.
Well, there's music on now. Right, let me have a look then for that one. But I don't know if they're going to allow me to use their images. That's the thing. So let me just turn the volume off. You guys are all okay, I hope. Look, at least even if you can't see and hear everything, the chat's open, you know, and that's the main thing, that the chat's open. Because my main concern is you guys have all got somewhere to congregate. Is that the right word? Congregate. And Tommy Robinson's streaming it, but he'll most likely just strike me because that's all he cares about is the money. Right, just bear with me. Bear with me a sec, folks. Yeah, because so many channels don't have free speech. And at the end of the day, I allow free speech as long as people are being respectful and they're not being cunts to each other. Sorry for the language. Then I've got no problem with free speech. Just be You can argue, but just don't be a twat. Do you know what I mean? That's all I ask. This guy here, he's got 4 screens going on. Let me know if you like this. If not, I'll get rid of it. Let me know. Let me just put this up. This might make you go a bit dizzy, actually.
Thank you, Kelly J with the high fiver.
That man would have took a bullet for me, I know he would have done. So,
Morning, Danny.
Yeah, I think that's going to make people go a bit dizzy. It's making me go dizzy just looking at it. I'm a member of the Free Speech Union too. When I joined, it was only $2.99. No, $2.49. Right, this UK's blue sky, he might strike me. I don't know. I'm not monetised on here. I don't get any ads. We've got memberships and super chats, but we're not fully monetised. So I'll pop the stream in. And then
where can people support it?
If you go to Ross on social media, it's in my link. It's just giving, so it goes straight to the charity.
Thank you, Bob.
Big up, Ross.
Oh, I've got to try and fit this more thank yous in. Do you know, today would have...
Right, I'm just going to mute it a sec. Basically, it's $4.99 a month. I can't afford the yearly, but I pay per month. But because I do what I do, and I've had them coming for me before for free speech issues, my husband said you need to join them again, because if ever it happens again, you've got some legal.
It wouldn't have happened without them.
They have come for me before, guys. They have come for me before for my free speech, and it was something that I even said in private, and they tried to do that, and it was like, nah, they didn't get anywhere.
Where we're going is a direction that's mainly thanks to the gentleman in there. The skills he brings to it, the organisation he brings to it, we couldn't do it without him. Thank you, everyone. The band, you've been beautiful again. Yeah, beautiful. Finish on 2 beautiful songs.
All right, we want to do one that we can all sing along together. So Unite the Kingdom is more than just an event and a movement. We're a community. We're brothers and sisters. We stand together, and we know this one thing, that we'll never walk alone.
I don't know about this one.
He'll get demonetised for this.
All you Liverpool lot. All you Liverpool fans.
He'll get it. Not me. I'm not monetised, but he'll get, because it's copyrighted song.
Be afraid of the dark. Just lift your hands up. On the star, there's a gold every sky, and the sweet silver star of the land. Let's lift it up. Unite the Kingdom. Come Wow, wow, wow.
Right.
Wow.
I bet the Scousers love that one, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah, I bet they
We
did.
want everyone to leave safely, be safe. We want to thank the Metropolitan Police Force, okay? They put their necks down the line for today, and trust me, they fought the government for today, for your rights. Thank you, show them some respect, leave in an orderly fashion, be safe on your way home. I want to thank my three beautiful children who are here somewhere. And I want
Big
to
up,
thank
Tommy!
for the mayhem that you put up with, okay? I love you all. Mum and Dad, I love you. But please leave calmly. Don't be antagonised anywhere on your way home. Be safe. We've done it today, people. We've done it, right?
This is embarrassing. I find that song just cringeworthy. Tommy Robinson. Sorry, guys, but come on, really? I can't be playing that. It's embarrassing. So I've muted it while they play the stupid song, and I'm going to be talking while they sing the stupid song. You're welcome to oppose what someone says. Yeah, exactly. But do you know what really, really pisses me off? I know, yeah, exactly, yeah, I bet he does. What really pisses me off though is these hate marches every single weekend. These Palestinian psychopaths that before October the 7th, right? Nobody even knew about fucking Gaza. Like, there was some lefties, obviously, you've got your Corbyn and all your old school lefties that are still that have been obsessed with Gaza and Palestine for decades. But it's become cool. It's become cool now. It's a bit like, with the old pandemic and everyone, it was cool to have, I've had my COVID vaccine, and then you had the Ukraine war, and you've got the Ukraine flag on your Facebook profile. I support Ukraine. It's the thing now. It's I support Gaza genocide. It is a cult. And it just shows how stupid people are. We've become dumbed down. I remember when I first watched the movie Idiocracy was in, I think it was in the mid 2000s. It came out a long time ago. I watched it when it first came out, and I remember thinking to myself, give it 20 years and we'll be on our way to this. And I wasn't expecting it to happen this soon. It's just, I was expecting it to be a little bit like that, but we're getting thicker. And if you go, it's a really good film. If you look throughout human history, right, humans as a as a species should be getting more intelligent. So if you go, like, your children should be more intelligent than you, and their children, you should evolve, you should be becoming more intelligent. And we're getting thicker. We are getting thicker. And people say to me, why do you home ed your child? Because I home ed, I don't homeschool, because there's no such thing as homeschool, because I'm not schooling, educating. Homeschool makes it sound like you're sitting at home in a class. It's weird. The reason why I do it is because I refuse to let my child be indoctrinated, and I think more and more people need to do it. If you're upset about this country and how the far left establishment are brainwashing our kids and making them come across as thick as anything, then why do you send your kids to school? I don't get it. We all need to pull our kids out of school, because I get people at work and stuff, but you can pull together. What they don't tell you is if you home educate, you don't have to do the 9 till 3 thing. You can do it across weekends. You can do it whenever. It doesn't have to be done 9 till 3 in school hours. So you can have like a group of parents where one day they have them all while the others are at work. It can be worked around. And this is what the Muslims are doing now. They're saying that they're homeschool, but they're actually going to these Islamic schools. and they're just all going in there and learning all this stuff. It's just wrong on every level. I should be doing more on my homemade stuff, really. The fluoride stare. Right, I'm going to put some audio back on now. Yeah. Hi, James. Welcome in from Texas. Welcome, welcome. I personally love our American cousins a lot. So much respect for you guys. A lot of Brits go, oh, they're like the Americans. Well, I do. I'd love to visit. I'd love to live there one day. I hate it, you know. Oh, God. Enough of that. Guys, give this guy a follow. I've been dropping his link, this UK sploosh dude who's been filming. I was recommended his stream. But as usual, you know, if we're going to borrow someone's stream, I'm going to talk over it because for copyright purposes. And also, big up to him. Drop him a follow. I've dropped his link and I'll drop it again in a sec.
Hey mate, you all right? You okay? You good? Tommy. Oh, yeah, Tom's there. You all right? You okay? Good.
No, I am John.
Everyone's filtering out, apart from these people here that want to see Tommy. I was going to say thank you to Tommy, but he's very busy. I think he's too busy, obviously, which is fine.
She's always I've been to about 20.
Every time there.
Every time.
We'll shoot off this way. We'll show you the crowds. We'll go this way. Adrian. Goodbye.
Who said you're allowed back here?
Shut up a bit.
I need to get my bag.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
What are they waiting for?
Well, Tom's in there doing interviews, I think. Tom. Yeah, in that little section there. You okay? You all right? You okay?
Yeah. Could you tell us about the thing?
See if I can get that out here. It's all right. I want to get out of there.
You done, bro?
So, buddy. Thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate it. Chris, how are you? Okay? You all right? Good to see you. There goes Chris. You all right, fella? Later, taters.
See you later.
What are you trying to do?
See you later. See you later. Right, people. Wow. Look at the bins. We've got the bins filling up. Everyone's filled the bins up. They've done their best with the rubbish. Done the best what they can do. Look at this. Holy moly. Whew. There's a ton of people out here.
Right, we're going to see some aerial footage now of people leaving.
What an amazing thing for Jesus. He told his disciples, he said, when you pray to your Father. Yeah, how many people know that prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven. Yeah? You don't pray to the sun, you don't pray to the moon, to the stars, to the trees. God bless you, God bless you.
So apparently this is people leaving London now. Thank you, Carol. I've got my surgery date. It's next week. I'm not going to say what day because too many stalking weirdos, but I'll probably tell the members and people I speak to off here. You know, if you want to email me, Carol, if you really, if you want to know. But I'll thank you, Carlos. I'm always careful because I have like really strange stalkerish people on YouTube for some reason. So yeah, this is them leaving apparently. This is live pictures. Let's turn the audio up a little bit. So are these, what are these? Are this, right, these are the Ayatollah people down here.
When you pray a prayer like that, you're saying, Lord, take control. Come have your way in my life.
What? How are they supposed to go if they're stopping them from leaving? I don't understand. What's going on? I'm expecting a lot of trouble.
Father, let your will be done. Let your kingdom come.
Just drop the link into this. This is live in London.
In my community, it's time now that we as a people, we come back to a place of prayer, to a position of faith, that we find out who God is and what He has done for us, what He has done for us. God has done this. He came to the earth.
I don't understand why they're not letting people go. This is where the trouble always is. Let me have a quick look on Twitter while we watch this. Oh, I'm not bad.
So Jesus Christ is on the earth teaching and preaching, teaching people about the kingdom of heaven. The kingdom of heaven. You know, everything you can see in this world will pass away. Everything you can see today. Everything you can touch.
Oh my God, they're singing that stupid song again. 31 people got nicked, says Ian. Walking, because I'm going to be giving you updates from Twitter.
And it starts with you. It starts in your house. What are you teaching your children?
Right, okay, so apparently, yeah, Hemi Badenoch did agree with the 11 people that were banned. Who was it who said that? Who was it? Was it you, Maiden? Somebody said that. So if she's agreeing with banning these 11 people who were not, as far as I'm aware, convicted fascists or racists or, you know, terrible people, then she's just proven again that she's completely out of touch. I'm due some painkillers actually. So I'm going to get off in a sec because I need to take George, take some tablets. So I'm just going on Twitter now getting some updates. I can't believe, well, I can believe that Restore have put a candidate in to this by-election knowing full well that they're just splitting the vote. There's your proof, if proof were needed. that restore, exist to destroy reform. Shocking. Trying to find out the numbers on this. Guys, I'm just trying to find out some information. Yeah. Thank you, Claire Bear, for letting me know. But yeah, it's on Twitter. I'm just looking now. I'm having a quick nosy through and seeing. I can hear his gizmo snoring, guys. Right, I'll put the audio back up for a minute. You see, there's pictures on Twitter of people weeing, like these, you know, these typical scummy. Well, just listen. I don't want to pay £8 a month for a fucking tick on X. Thank you very much. Sorry. I'll show you now. Hang on. George just fell asleep.
Yeah. There's still a lot of people coming around. It's just that it's...
Right, I'm just trying to find some of these images. Hold on. These are people leaving today. This is live pictures. UK protest live. So they are being escorted out. It is officially over. I've got to break down that Keir Starmer video as well at some point today. Give my thoughts on that. I'm just trying to find this image that I can't find it now. But there's pictures being posted all over Twitter that basically there's men, white men as usual, and they're calling them Tommy Robinson thugs that are just urinating at walls in the streets. Now, this is the sort of stuff that we don't want to see. Why are people like this? Nobody should be drinking there, because that's just going to make things worse, isn't it? It just pisses me off. Right, so apparently 3 hours ago, reports from the United Kingdom March suggest there were around 5,000 people there. This was 3 hours ago. excuse me, with more starting, my voice is going now, with more starting to come. The turnout is being described as underwhelming at the minute. Lots of Israeli, Iranian anarchists and British English flags, as well as lots of drinking and beer bottles scattered everywhere. This is what we don't want to see. God. I don't think there's 5,000 people there. More like 500,000. Yeah, this is what pisses me off. So there's a video been uploaded here. Let me just show you some of these videos. I'm just going to turn the audio off on that a minute, and I'm just going to take you to X. Hi, John. I don't know. I don't think it was, to be honest, but I'm just having a quick look. Now, this is the sort of stuff that pisses me off, right? So this is, I don't know when this was from. They're saying it was from today, but I'll have a look. You've got people going up to Muslim women and pulling off the hijab. Like, that's just fucking, that's just ridiculous. If people want to wear that stuff, right, I don't agree with the burqa thing over their heads, but if people want to, look at this shit here. Billboard up in the middle of the United Kingdom rally. Look at this. Just to wind people up. Right. People want to wear a hijab, just the hijab over the hair. That's up to them. I don't think they should, but that's up to them. Anything covering the eyes, the letterboxes and all this shit, no, that's just ridiculous. But if people want to wear a hijab, like a headscarf, then you should not be going around pulling it off people's heads. That's just, if she walked up to someone and pulled a hat off their head, you know what I mean? They would probably get decked. So, but look at this. This is what the left are doing, and people have got to stop falling for it. You know, this is just to wind people up. Let's have a look. Immigration makes Britain brilliant. Now he's going to get arrested now. He's going to get arrested now. We're not all immigrants. I think I'll be clipping that and putting that up and see what people think of that. We're not all immigrants, right? These aisles were people. Take care, Amethyst. These aisles where we are were Britons before the Romans came. And while we're here, where's my repatriation or whatever they are called fees from the Romans, from the Italians, for when the Romans came in the very, very, very early, I think it was around, what was it, about between 80 and 100 this said that God, it wasn't even 100, was it? AC, when the Romans invaded the British Isles, and literally, yeah, they built stuff for us. They built stuff. Hi Lee, hi John. They built roads, and we were just tribes then. We were clans before that. We were just clans. We were just savages, basically. And they came in, they invaded us, and they took over. And then when the Roman Empire fell a few hundred years later, they just fucked off and left us. So they came here, yeah, they gave us stuff, but when we went to India and we went all over the world, to Pakistan and all these countries where we took over, we invested and we built stuff for them, and we built infrastructure, and we gave them money, and we gave them jobs. So they still want money off us. But what about the Romans then? What about the Ottoman Empire? We weren't the only empire, and this is what really pisses me off. If they want to go like that, then we want money from the Romans. We want money from the French because the French invaded us. Where does it end? We are not all immigrants. There were people on these isles before that. Also, if you want to be like, go back that far, then let's go all the way back to when the British Isles were attached to Europe mainland. We were all attached to it. So at one point, the whole of Europe were all one. Was it Pangaea? We were all one piece of land. And then we sort of got floated off. So therefore, anyone from Europe is technically, we're all white European. So we're not all immigrants. So when people come from Africa and all these Middle Eastern countries and say, well, you're in my, we're not. And name me one other country in the world where you can have indigenous people for almost 2,000 years and say they're not indigenous. I will literally, the left have got nothing. Everything they come out with has always got something to come back with them, because they chat utter tosh. Right, okay. London today, 2 massive protests, 1 city. Right, 50,000, it says here, at the Tommy Robinson's Unite the Team. Tommy Robinson's. This is what pisses me off. Get rid of his name. I don't know why you couldn't have just organised it, but not gone. And then we just have a Unite the Kingdom. That's it. 30,000 at this Nakba Day Pro. I thought they'd ban them. They have them every single week. Every week. 4.5 million security operation. FA Cup final also at Wembley. The Met calls it one of the busiest policing days in London's history. Totally insane. First arrest of the day. This was an hour ago, but I uploaded this well over an hour ago, so I was really shit hot on this. This Ryan guy, as you've seen, got arrested. It's on my channel. I uploaded it a couple of hours ago. So, flash update, you're not very flash. Right. Let's see what else is going on. Thousands. Elon Musk has been tweeting about this, and I'm not going to say Xing, because an X is a kiss. So are we kissing now? No, we're tweeting. Sorry. Right. Let's see what old Tommy Robinson had to say. Then is it a video? No, it's just a screenshot. Genius. Okay. Don't know what this is. This is just utter crap by the looks of it. 11 arrested so far at today's protests. This one appeared to refuse to remove a face mask. The thing is, though, 11 arrests, but what side? Which side is the question? Does it 11 people patriots or one patriots? Signal jammers were deployed in central London. Multiple live streams for United Kingdom protest are simultaneous. I hate that. That pisses me right off when they do that. Right. Okay.
Wow, Britain! We are here in our millions, right?
So Tommy Robinson declared that we were there in millions. The Met Police have suggested there was 50,000 there. I think Tommy Robinson must have had too much coke if he thinks there was millions, plural there.
I have just seen the aerial footage from today. I've just watched the helicopter footage from today. Wow, Britain! We are here in our millions.
No,
right?
no, I'm sorry. No, they're not. There's not millions there. There might be 500,000 tops, though I'm not sure. But to say that there's millions, plural. Nah. So anyway, I'm just trying to get any more information before we go on the arrests and anything. One march full of hate. Honestly, these Palestinian marches need to stop. That is not our country. It's got nothing to do with us. I'm sorry, but what's going on in Gaza has got fuck all to do with what is happening in the UK. We are losing our identity in this country. Hi, McGreevy. So, hello, English sheepdog. God. Of course they did. They always turn up with masks. I'm just seeing. I told you 1,000 times, Tommy. Stop over exaggerating. This can't help it. It's the coke. Oh, Paul as well. I don't even watch the BBC. Hi, Stephen. Sorry, I've just come into the chat now, so I didn't see any of what was being said before. Let's have a quick look through and see what people were saying. My voice is really going now, guys. I've got surgery next week to get this thing dug out. I'm kind of scared, but I'm kind of like excited as well because I just want it out. What are people saying in the live chat? I do want to continue, though, my series on these missing scientists because it is so intriguing. And there's been another, since we last spoke, there's been another 2, so there's now 16. Right, okay, so I think I used to be indecisive, now I'm not so sure. What about, sorry? About what? About Tommy Robinson? The thing is playing into the hearts and minds of people that are absolutely fed up with this country. But what pisses me off, right, is he's made a shitload of money. Why doesn't he give some to charity? Why doesn't he give some to the rape gang survivors? Why does he have to make a load of money out of it? Why does he have to have all these nice cars and all of these foreign holidays and his turkey teeth? This is what pisses me off with him. It seems to me it's always about the grift. I don't see him doing anything. It's a joke, Pen. Read it again. Sorry. Oh. Fuck's sake. I'm poorly, okay? I'm not going to get things. But yeah, I don't believe there was millions there. I think there was more than 50,000. Let's not forget over 200,000 have arrived on small boats in the last few years. It's sickening what is happening in this country. I think the answer is we need to get rid of the uni party. I'm really disgusted in Kemi. I thought she was different. And I wouldn't trust a Tory, but because she's not from the old guard, I thought she was trying to turn it around. But saying that she supports the banning of those 11 people when we have hate preachers on our streets who aren't banned, then that says a lot, doesn't it? Let me just see if everyone's left yet. Right, there's still a few people milling about. I'm just having a quick look now. Yeah, let's have a quick gander before we go. Still people going. James, I'm not, honestly, I'm so poorly. I've got an infection in my jaw. So I'm really poorly, so I'm not getting jokes. It was funny. Right, I'm going to mute a minute while I take some painkillers for my poorly tooth. So I'm just going to leave that running. I'm going to leave the chat open so you guys can have a chin wag with each other and stuff. Exactly. Well said, John. Exactly. And that's how they took over Iran, because the liberals letting the Islamists, it's totally bonkers. It's absolutely insane how you can have trans, gay, and joining up with Islamists who want to cut their heads off. It's just totally and utterly bonkers. It's joining up every single little box ticker against an entire people. It's all about division, divide and conquer. It's totally bonkers. It really is. And that's why they don't want to show black patriots or Asian patriots or what, not Asian, Middle Eastern, because they don't want to, they can't cope. You have to be white and racist. It's ridiculous. Yeah, thank you. I am getting treated. Yeah, finally. So finally, they only did my referral. It was 5 weeks ago, but it got sent around and it got to a private clinic, and they're going to do it private, even though it's on the NHS, so I'm chuffed about that. Okay, I'm going to mute a minute. You guys carry on. Yeah, I'm all for it. I think England needs to be separated. Everybody else has got their own governments. What about England? I'm English. I'm not British. I'm English. British second, English first. And I'm not going to have my English heritage watered down and taken away. It really pisses me off. So anyway, I'll leave this running, and I'm going to back in a few moments. I need a wee as well, so I'm just going to leave it running. You guys can just chat amongst yourselves. George just fell asleep for a moment. I just want to say, it won't be a good day weather-wise for it because they manipulate the weather. And we know this. And they will always make sure it rains and something like this. And people say I'm a conspiracy theorist. I've been calling this shit out for many, 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 many years. And I've been told that I'm a conspiracy theorist. When I refused to take the old clot shot, I was called a conspiracy theorist. And look who's laughing now. And they've admitted it now, the chemtrail crap. They've admitted it. The government actually came out. There was a petition done last year, and we wanted it stopped. And the government had to come out and admit they use it. 2 types of weather manipulation. It's not a conspiracy anymore. So they admit they use it, and they're clearly using it to put a dampener on today, in my opinion. All real. Right, I've taken some paracetamol and some anti-inflammatories. So, has anybody here had the wisdom tooth removed? Sure did. But again, I don't know if you know this, John, if you know anything about the Fabians, but he's a Fabian. And a lot of people have only just started realising. I've been talking about Fabians for many, many years. He's a Fabian. The Fabian Society, actually, the London School of Economics is where they put all of their protégés through. Yep. And we know that turned out. Yeah. Well, why choose it on why is it always a Saturday? Why choose a Saturday? Isn't that the synagogue day? Saturday is, isn't it? Synagogue day. It's a bit weird. Do it on a Sunday. I don't know. But anyway, they do what they've totally manipulated the weather. This rain wasn't even due. It's just suddenly become due. It's raining here now, and it wasn't raining here earlier, and they said it weren't going to rain till later on. London School of Economics. Tony Blair was there in 1997, I think it was, and he unveiled the stained glass window of the Fabian Society. The London School of Economics was created by the Fabians. The Labour Party was created by the Fabians. They tried to infiltrate the Conservative Party. They failed. They tried to get into the Liberal Party. Yeah, old Miranda. They actually tried to infiltrate the Liberal Party because the Labour Party is not that old, really. There was the Liberals before that. And even they had enough of them, because what they were doing, what the Fabian Society were doing, they were working with eugenics. They wanted to breed out disabilities in people. They were evil. They were basically doing what Hitler was doing. No one talks about this. That's the Labour Party. That's the Fabian Society. But no one talks about it. And now it's become a bit of a cool thing for some bigger channels to talk about. But they're not even going that far into it at all. If it was on a weekday, I understand that, yeah. I do understand that. But I also find it a little bit weird that he tells them like nearly a year in advance, was it? Well, he was it last September after the last one. So either 20 people have just left, or they start talking about the Fabians and they mess with my numbers. Apparently there's only 6 people watching from 28 a minute ago. Interesting. Can everyone type something who's watching just to do a little test? Because I start talking about the Fabians and look what happens. Interesting, Mr. Bond. 3 people watching. Let me know, guys. There's 3 people watching from 28. So 25 people have just left. There's only 3 of you here watching. Well, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people typing. Hi, Somerset girl. Okay, so there's 1 person here now. I've got 1 person watching. Say hello, people. Can you see what they do when you mention the Fabians? Can you see the manipulation? They don't like me mentioning the Fabians, do they? I've got 1. Hi, be kind. So we've got, yeah, it says 1. Hi, Hannah. Hi, Lily. Wow. Yeah, it's gone back up to 9. Do you see what they're doing here? Hi, Anne. I mentioned the Fabians and it went down to 1. Now, 1 is the minimum really can be, because anything lower than 1 and it's pointless turning the thing on. Can you see what I'm talking about? They do what you've got to look at what they hate you talking about. And what they hate you talking about is what you want to keep talking about, basically. Which is why I like talking about it. We're going to watch some pictures from today. I'll turn it on low. Just get this up. I'm going to have to go in a minute. I need a win. I've got to go and walk the dog. Yeah, there's 10 people watching now. Yeah, they do not like. Hello, everybody. Oh, thank you for coming in and saying hello. I appreciate you. I really do. I'm just going to put this on here so we've got something in the background. This is highlights now from today. This is a few hours ago, but I just want to see. This is really interesting. I started talking about the Fabian Society and I went from 28 viewers down to 1. I'm now at 7. What does that tell you? Down to 6. Let's see how many people are commenting. I'm going to get on my phone a sec. Excuse me. Right, we've got 6 watching apparently. So I mentioned the Fabians and 22, 25 or whatever it was left. Okay, we've got Steve, Carlos, sheep, English sheep god, dog god, yeah. Maiden, Stephen, John, Carlos, Somerset girl, Be Kind, Lee, Lily Bell, Mr. Steve, Anne, Lanny Bear. Hello, how you doing, darling? Maiden, Be Kind. Have I said Be Kind? Pauline Walker. Hello, James. How many is that? Tamsin's here. About what? 12, 15, maybe more. Talking. But there's 7 watching. Fabian. They don't like it, do they? They don't like it. The Fabian Society were founded in 1884. They were an offshoot of a previous society, the Fellowship. They were basically communists, Marxists. Do you know what? They're actually not similar to the Freemasons. Do you see what I'm talking about, Maiden? I get constantly censored on this platform, and you guys have just witnessed that in real time. What happens when I mention the Fabians? And Claire Bear's here. They believe in slow and steady wins the race. They believe in brainwashing. Hi, Sparkle. They believe in brainwashing the people. They believe in wearing down your enemy slowly. Very slowly. And they had a 100-year plan to destroy the country, to bring in their version of getting rid of all the disabled people, replacing the entire race with newcomers. They talked about the green agenda in 100 odd years ago. And their 100-year plan was actually exposed by George Orwell. I think it's Thomas C. Howell, I think his real name. I correct me if I'm wrong. They had a 100-year plan to destroy this country, and that's why the book was written by George Orwell, 1984, because the 100-year plan went from 1884, which was their inception, to 1984. Yeah, the plan went a little bit skew-iff because a few things happened, like Margaret Thatcher and other things, but their plan's back on course. And that is exactly what a wolf in sheep's clothing. So yeah, the Fabians are far more dangerous. That's it. Blair. Was it Thomas? Well, I can't think of his name. His first name. Was it Arthur? It'll come back to me. So anyway, did she? I didn't even notice that. Really? This is on GB News. This was earlier. So yeah. So I just mentioned them, and it went down to one viewer. Now there's your proof they fuck around with this channel. They've got algorithms. They've got listening for certain keywords that they don't want me to say. It's pretty shocking. Yeah. Who else was a Fabian? We had the guy that wrote The War of the Worlds. Not Jeff Wayne, because he did the music, didn't he? I can't remember. It's because I'm not very well. My brain's not working. Ah, hello, Matt. Welcome in. You've been there today, have you? Just got home. We've gone from 1 to 25 again. I'm glad you had a lovely time. Huxley. Yeah, but there was... Did he write... Well, no. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, there's a shitload of them who were part of that. And they've got a very, very dodgy, shady past. These are the people that are ruining the country. And Tony Blair was their big poster boy. Do you know that out of over 180 or 170 years of the Labour Party, they've only been in charge for 37 of those years. So that's why their plan took longer than they wanted. Now, the Freemasons hate the Fabians. They don't like each other. Freemasons are capitalist. The cult capitalist, and you've got the socialist, communist, Marxist Fabians. Basically, we fooped either way. H.G. Wells, that's it. Thank you, Lee. Thank you very much. He did. It's Arthur Blair, wasn't it? Who's George Orwell. Hang on. Note to self, don't try and have conversations about history when you're not very well. Anyway, George Orwell wrote that because he wanted to he was actually part of them. He was in there with them, and he left and wrote the book. Eric Arthur Blair. I knew there was an Arthur in there. Okay, Eric Arthur Blair. And he was trying to warn people, but he was part of them. He was in there. And he's seen exactly what was going on. I should do a video on I've done several live streams on the Fabian Society, but I need to do a video. Wasn't Tony Blair that got rid of the death sentence, handy for rich traitors? No, the last person put to death in this country, I think, was in the 70s, and he came in 97, but he did get rid of something. Was it traitor? I think it was the traitor one. I think they should bring it back as well. My Freemason friends. Yeah, the thing is, Freemasons have got this horrendous name, and there are some good people that are in the Freemasons, noble people that do a lot of work for charity. You know, there's no such thing as 33 degrees in English Freemasonry either. It's the York Rite. There's a lot of good people. Do I think they're dodgy at the top? Yeah, hell they are. Yeah, scary the music is, though. That's it, traitors, that was it, yeah. Of course he did. Old Miranda got done for cottaging. Was it in the late 80s? Old Blair. Evil. It was a fantastic day. Feet hurt, but worth every second. I want to say big up Pink Ladies. Ah, were they there as well? Oh, thank you for going, Matt. I'm waiting to hear back off my friends to see if they went. No one would have believed. In the last years, I know. It's bonkers, isn't it? How crazy the world's gone. Beautiful seeing them flags, though. Still can't believe they're so touchy about the F word. I can't believe we're not allowed to say it. Is there any audio on this? Yeah. Let's listen to some audio and I'll stop talking for a minute. Oh, that's coming. That's coming. Trust me. Look at that's beautiful. There's a lot of love. Yeah. Excuse me. I think you're right because he was one. Oh, was he the one that wrote War of the Worlds? Sorry, think about the original radio broadcast. Yeah. Yeah. There are Fabians in the BBC. Yeah. And the irony is, a lot of them don't even know. I've got to turn that down a bit just because you won't be able to hear me. They don't even know that they're Fabians. They don't understand. People have become so dumbed down and stupid. They have no clue. They have no clue what they're for. It's just the latest thing. It's just totally insane. Real aliens are raiding the coasts and airports. I've never known anything like this British UK experiment of just allowing your entire people to be removed. It's bonkers. It's utterly bonkers. Nowhere else in the world has this experiment ever been done, and we are one of the oldest indigenous people, and we also invented the English language. People forget that. We speak English. People go, what, do you speak English? Yeah, the world's, was it the second most spoken language? I think it's the first in the world. But they want to get rid of England. That's why they got rid of our England flag, but it's back again now. How long for, I don't know. England flag's back. It's not showing your messages, Matt. So I'm going to give you a wrench to stop that from happening, okay? Just don't do anything naughty with it. English sheep god. I'm going to give you one as well. Patriots. English people. Making you blue. Just don't do anything. I'm trusting you. My fellow English men and women. We are Anglo-Saxon, and we are not going down without a fight. And they're not going to just get rid of us. They're trying to water us down to nothing. Mandarin is the world. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've heard it was the second, but you know, that's just going by what they call they and them. But you go anywhere in the world and you get more people speaking English than you do Mandarin. YouTube are pathetic, Matt. But thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you. We're just going to watch a little bit more and I'm going to go. I don't know how I've spoken for over 2 hours with an impacted wisdom tooth. I'm so scared. Well, I am and I'm not. I'm going to be awake. I said I don't want to be asleep for this operation. Hello, Meow. How you doing? You're from Passage. Are you from Passage? No. You go to Mike Graham's, don't you, darling? Yeah, I've seen you in Mike Graham's. Welcome, welcome. I've got a really bad tooth, guys. That's why I'm talking like this. I've got all swollen face. Right, a small island in the world, so many invaders throughout history, we never give in. We didn't, but the French did take us. The French did take us over. And I want repatriations for that. Thank you very much. I know. Oh, thank you, Maiden. Yeah, I've seen you in Mike Graham's, darling. Welcome. We have free speech here, obviously, unless we're directly attacking, trolling, right cunts to each other, then that's different. But I only ever heard of Jeff Wayne and Richard Burton's version. I've just heard banging, but there's nobody at my door. I keep on hearing knocking, but there's no one there. There's no one there, George. How weird. Yes, you are. See anyone? There must have someone next. George. Oh, shit. Sorry. George, there must... Right, my dog's barking now. I genuinely can't see it. There's no one there, is there? I heard banging. Can you hear my dog? A ghost at the door. George, stop being silly. Woof. It's the thought police. Yeah, probably. They've already been round once in the past. That's why I joined the Free Speech Union. Facebook police. Well, I joined the Free Speech Union under Toby Young, so if they do start again for my free speech, then they'll be getting a phone call. Lord Toby Young, yes, he is a lord. It's the Green Party ninjas. They're totally insane. The Green Party blow my mind, right? I can't. When I was little in the 80s and the 90s, I was little in the 80s. I was born in 1980. We grew up. The Green Party were like for tree huggers and stuff, And now you've got Pakistani Muslims driving around in Lamborghinis, part of Green Party councillors. You've got crazy trans people that don't give a shit about the environment, that just want to, you know, build more houses for immigrants. And then you've got Islamists who can't even speak English. I'm getting it done on next week. But thank you, darling. Hang in there, get a cold pack on. I've got one too. It's been... Well, this is a wisdom tooth. It's got to be done at the hospital. Oh, no. Oh, babe, I'm so sorry to hear that, love. Yeah, you need to try and get 340 quid. Well, because mine's my wisdom tooth, they can't do it at the dentist. So I've got to go to hospital. And they said it was an 18-month wait. And then they took a scan and they seen it was sideways because it's not come through. So they've got me in next week for emergency surgery. But yeah, what happened to all the tree huggers? It's nonsense. Do you know what pisses me off more than anything? I'm coming now, George. George wants a walk, my dog. What pisses me off more than anything is that they want to rip up the environment. Do you know that they where I live, because I'm from Birmingham, I left Birmingham in 2011, for those of you that are new, and I moved here up in rural northeast Yorkshire, and it's a beautiful little market town, little villages, but they're just building, and there are white people moving in. We have church bells every Sunday still, and every Tuesday practice, and they are white people moving in, but they're fleeing the other cities, and they're building over Greenbelt constantly, and we're losing our wildlife. Like, anyone that knows me knows I do a lot for wildlife. Hedgehogs, birds, I do loads and loads of stuff. Feed all the hedgehogs and everything. Every single night I help injured animals. And they're just having their entire... All right, Georgie, hang on. They're having their entire, like, homes just destroyed to build more homes. For who? I haven't been back since my dad had a massive heart attack a few years ago. But yeah, I'm originally from Sutton Coldfield. Hi, Chunka. What a name? What an awesome name. Chunk. Hang on. Chun Lok Wong. That is an awesome name. My dog's upset. Courage plant in full swing, says Carlos. So they're just ripping up the countryside. And they're not using it. They're not building on brownfield sites. They're not building on like old industrial sites. They're ripping up Greenbelt. Everywhere I look, they're building. But if we cleared out every single immigrant, legal and illegal, that came in the last 10 years, just got rid of them, unless they are, like I say, brain surgeons or something that we really need, that are a net contributor, and we actually need them, not to do like menial jobs, to do proper jobs like brain surgery or something really highly skilled. Get rid of them. We'd clear out 10 million easily, and then we would have houses, and then we wouldn't have to keep building on Greenbelt and destroying our wildlife. I am sick to death of seeing new builds going up. For what? It's either for the migrants, or it's for the white people or the indigenous people that are leaving their homes, like myself, have been driven out of our homeland. My generation from Birmingham goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. I'm the first Brummie to leave in generations. Honestly, if you guys don't realise how bad it's got, everywhere I go, I would. You mean you wouldn't? Yeah, you can't buy a house now. I had a house in the late 90s, but I sold it when I got divorced, and I'll never be able to get back on the housing ladder now. We never needed immigration. No, we don't. And we keep being told constantly. George! Can you hear my dog? Do you know what? You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? He doesn't like me streaming. He gets jealous. It's raining, Daddy. He doesn't like the rain. We'll go out soon, okay? That's my dog. He gets really jealous when I live stream. He hates it. He starts howling and barking. But he sounds really loud. But he's tiny. He's a little fluff bag. So cute. Meow Moog says hello, George. Hello, Gio. How you doing, my friend? They are. They're taking over. And the thing is, where I am now, they've finally put an agreement in place where any new builds have to fit in with the anaesthetics of the area. But it's such a shame. Oh, my dog's going nuts because of George. Oh, Duddy. That's his nickname, Duddy. I know government has been messing with insects. Yeah, they have. They have. And people don't seem to realise how important insects are. I know they're irritating. Don't put ant powder down, right? Just put you can get natural things to put around your house that will deter them and put them back into your garden. Yeah? Don't use slug pellets. Don't use any insecticides. Oh, I know. Talk about the council tax. Yeah. Oh, bless him, yeah. Taking over, my darling, everywhere. It's so obvious. My voice is so croaky, guys. I'm so sorry. Well, George doesn't like the rain, but I'm going to get dragged out. I think he wants to go for a pew-pew. He's been in the garden all day, and then it's just started raining, so... but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the coverage. The fact that they went down to one viewer when we were all talking, because I mentioned the Fabian Society, is just pathetic. YouTube, get a grip. We are not going to stop talking. Well, I'm not going to stop talking about the Fabian Society. I think more people do. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. I haven't been live for a long time over here because I've been busy on the Curious Bunny, one of my other channels. I've got a channel for wildlife, which is Penny Bunny Wildlife now, pets, where I show my wildlife videos. I do a lot of rescue work, bunnies, hedgehogs. And I have a Curious Bunny channel, which is my paranormal. I do a little bit of just mysterious, weird stuff. I've covered the Fabians over there a few times. I do a little bit of true crime. That's what I talk about it every single second that I get chance to, honestly. And I've done a lot of live streams. I think I need to do a video. Yeah, so as Stephen says, I've been covering the missing or dead deceased NASA and rocket scientists in the US. Something really weird's going on with them. I think they possibly could all be taken somewhere to do sort of, I don't know, they're up to something. I know they've opened up something at CERN. It's really, I don't know what they're up to, but I put all of that sort of content. They're not eating, but I've ordered some new stuff for them. But thanks for asking, Lee. Yeah, I've got a jumping spider, pet jumping spider. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm terrified of spiders, and yet I bought a jumping spider. I mentioned the Fabians again. We went down from 32 to 23. Can you see this? Yeah, the Chinese scientist, that's going to be covered next. The Anunnaki are control, possibly. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you very much for saying that. Are you over on the Curious Bunny? Do you want me to drop the link for those of you that aren't they cute? Right, let me just drop the link for you. Georgie, I know. All right, I'm coming now, George, okay? Right, my friend didn't go, she said. Just messaged me back. Her husband was working. Right, I'm going to pop in my other channel. Yeah, I'll drop them both. Lately I've been doing a hell of a lot on these look, it goes down to 21. It went up to 32 because I mentioned the Fabians again. They are cute, thank you. Oh, couldn't do that. I'm terrified. Yeah, let me get my other channels. A haunting in the US. I do loads on I used to. I've not done as many haunting lately. There's been so many in the past. If you notice, I mentioned Fabians, I lose 10 viewers. But we know that they haven't gone. They're here. Right, so this is my other channel. And it's the Curious Bunny. Anything weird, anything conspiratorial, or I even cover the odd bit of true crime over there. anything that intrigues me is on this channel. That's me there. And that's where I've been covering the missing scientists. I'm probably going to do a little bit of that tomorrow. I'm not very well, but I'm going to try and do a little bit of that tomorrow. And then we've got my main channel that I've had since 2011. Hang on, let me get into this. But most of my live streams go on the Curious Bunny. Oh, thank you, Maiden. So this is my animal and outdoors channel. I used to do all of my Patriot and all my news over on this one, but I stopped doing it because I separated it. So all my old stuff, I covered like all the Philip Schofield stuff. I even had the solicitors involved because they were trying to shut me up. If you remember that Geo, I was exposing all that back years ago. I moved everything off there and just keep it for animals now. So I've got 3 channels, but they're all separate hobbies. So obviously at the moment with this tooth thing, it's like literally sideways. This hasn't come out really poorly. I've not been on for the last week, but I do want to crack on with these missing scientists. Thank you so much, English Sheepdog. You're not the old sheepdog, are you? Poor gopher. I know, in the broom cupboard. Poor thing. Thank you very, very much, guys. So I'll probably be on tomorrow night. So we're covering the missing LDC scientists. Some of the cases are absolutely bonkers. The next one we're going to be covering is going to be William Neil McCasland, who was working he had top secret clearance and he just vanished one day. So if you like that sort of thing and you want to get away from all the politics and give your brain a rest from all this crazy shit that's going on right now in this country, come over to there. I do a lot of shorts on this channel, and I was doing a weekly or twice weekly news show, which I'll try and get back to. But please just bear with me whilst I'm getting this sorted. I've had this for years. It's been making me really poorly. Finally getting it out, so hopefully I'll be back to myself. And thank you, Stephen. So, right, I'm going to go and take my George for a walkies now. But thank you so much to everyone who's here and who's come in. I really appreciate you guys, honestly. And yeah, what a turnout, eh? Let's see what they say later. I've got some clips to upload from today, so keep a lookout for them. So I'll be uploading them. Oh, thank you so much. That's so kind, darling. Thank you. I used to go on camera all the time. I've not been on camera for ages. I think it's because since I've had this tooth problem, which has been a long time, my face is all swollen and puffy. You don't want to be on camera when you feel like shit, do you? Thank you, Solitary. Thank you so much. They do the username now. What's your actual channel called? Solitary Candle. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, I'll probably be on tomorrow if you guys are around tomorrow night. But yeah, please just be patient with me while I get this done, because I'm going to be a bit quiet. Thanks, Tamsin. Thanks for all your support. I really appreciate you. I think they might be on another mission. I think the dead ones are the ones that refuse to go, and the missing ones are the ones, I don't know. Oh, I've known you for many years, Geo. What is it, 8 years now I've been going. I followed you for ages. Well, look, I appreciate you typing, because it did help when I knew that there weren't one person watching. Right, you guys take care. Lots of love. God bless. Keep a lookout for the shorts. And all being well, I'll see you tomorrow. But next week, I might be a bit quieter when this is actual proper surgery. They've got to cut my gum open. Yeah, I've known Gio for years from my old Penny Bunny, when he used to come in my Penny Bunny channel. He's cool, isn't he? He goes into Mike Graham as well. Apart from when he's drunk, he's pissed me off a bit, but we make friends again, don't we? Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed it. We have very chilled streams. I don't get you know, I just chill out and just say what I've got to say. Again, I'll be going back on camera when this is done and I'm finally feeling more myself. I'll start going on camera again. Oh, hi, Jane. Well, I'm hoping to be on tomorrow night, my love, to talk about more missing scientists, doing a little bit of a deep dive. So hopefully I'll see you then, darling. Thanks for being a member. Guys, big up to the members as well. It's only $1.99, but it does help. Once I've covered all my streaming costs, I've just put it all to the animals, the wildlife and stuff. So thank you. I'll speak to you before that. I'll be live tomorrow. I'm going to determined, even if it's just a short one, I'm determined to do it. Private does sound better. They're paying for it, Lee. They're paying for it. So if you want to email me, I'll give you a bit more details, but I've got too many weirdos stalking me on YouTube. All right then, guys, you take care. God bless, and I'll see you all tomorrow on The Curious Bunny. Bye-bye.